In the original story, Sutter actually is the one who killed William's mother and made it look like a suicide in order to cover up his crimes. This scene is part of a flashback, a dream sequence that shows William finding the mother dead. And we find out later, when William is killed, he's originally hung by Sutter, and that's when it's revealed that Sutter actually also killed his mother. And it's kind of a poignant scene, but again, because one thing was changed, everything had to be changed. This scene was deleted for time purposes, and also because of the lack of information surrounding the mother. Because most of those scenes were deleted, this scene no longer carries the weight needed to make it an important scene in the movie, and so it's really not forwarding the narrative the way it should, and again distracting from the main story of Sutter and Martin. So as much as I really like the scene, I think the performances are fantastic. I think in the end it was distracting from the main storyline.
Take some pills. It'll help ease the pain.
One of these days, Dad, you're gonna push me too far, and then...
Oh, yeah? Then what? What are you gonna do? You can't even hold down a job! God takes away my legs, and what good are you? You're useless. That's probably why your mother left, because she takes one look at you and it made her sick to her stomach.
No, Dad. Mom killed herself because she loved you so much, and she hated herself for it. She waited on you hand and foot. Did you ever once say thank you? I love you? Thanks for sticking around? Killing herself was just a formality. You crushed her spirit years ago. And look at you. Who could blame her?
Billy, come here. I don't want to be alone, all right?
I've been putting up with your shit for too long. I'm not going to do it anymore. I don't want to end up a loser like you.
What are you doing? All right, go! Go, see if I can.
Maybe I will.
Go get your slut! And keep going!
This scene I originally thought was important because it follows the scene where Jonathan kind of reprimands Allison for not showing up when he was supposed to pick her up at school and for leaving without him. And I thought it was important because the way this scene left off, you kind of feel like Jonathan's very rough around the edges and was a little hard on her. And I thought, we needed a little moment between the two to show, Jonathan's softer side and that he is a very understanding person. And he really wants the best for her. But in the end, most of the information conveyed in this scene is conveyed in other parts, if not through dialogue, through Jonathan's actions and emotions and body language towards William. And I thought that was enough.
People are going nowhere, and they tend to have a way of dragging others down with them.
Well, I can take care of myself.
I know. I know there's not a lot to do around here, but when kids get bored, they get restless, and that's when the trouble begins. You know what I mean?
We were just talking.
Look, a year from now, you've got your scholarship, you'll be off at college, but until then, I'm responsible for you. So I would prefer that you didn't hang around with them. That's all.
Aren't you being a little dramatic?
Just promise me, okay?
Okay.
Now, this next sequence was born out of the original murder that takes place where you see Melissa, but you don't see the murder of Katie next door. You just hear her voice and you hear her screams, and then you see Martin come out covered in blood. Now, originally there was an entire murder sequence shot through the walls, which was very creepy, I thought, and very bloody, but I cut it because I thought it was a lot more scary not to see the person next door, to make it just completely anonymous. I thought it was very intriguing to do it that way, and sometimes what you don't see can even be more scary. Now, these additional scenes are basically the ghost of Katie haunting Sutter. It's all in Sutter's mind, of course. It's all part of his insanity. But I felt that once we changed the murder sequence where you didn't see Katie, it kind of made this section confusing because you've never seen this person before. She's like a random victim now. And so I thought it might be a little too overwhelming for the audience to try and figure out, well, now who is this person? This is another character we're introducing. And, you know, I'm kind of lost. And when we tested it, you know, certain audience members felt that, you know, they were confused by who this person was, and they spent half the movie trying to figure that out, and it becomes a distraction. So as cool as all of this stuff is, and I think it really does kind of explore in more detail Sutter's state of mind and his madness, I just felt that it was, you know, it was a little too much, and it was distracting. And what you're seeing here, too, is a lot of this stuff actually got damaged, which I find very creepy. We had an issue with the shutter in the camera that gave us the strobing effect when the film was developed, and I thought it was really strange that it only happened when we were shooting these ghost sequences with Katie. Now, I'm not saying, you know, the set was haunted or these scenes are haunted, but when you watch this, you'll notice, like, everything else is fine, and as soon as we turn the camera on Katie, the shutter goes out of sync and, of course, ruins the shot. So, you know, say what you want, but it's really, really strange. And, of course, you can't really, you know, use these scenes in the film, but I thought I included them on the DVD because I thought they were really damn creepy, and I thought they would have been great in the movie. But whatever Spectre was on the set with us at the time apparently didn't think so and had other ideas. This is the third part in the trilogy of scenes of the ghost of Katie haunting Sutter. Again, another very creepy scene and very unfinished. You know, we never really completed putting this scene together, so you know, the editing and everything is kind of ugly. And also, you know, the film was never really color timed in any of these sequences, so you're watching them in their, you know, most raw format.
You shut up! That's not true.
Watch your back.